Any enemies to heal or allies to heal? Yeah, you. I gotta heal this cat. I gotta do more Dragon Quest on the channel. I really do. This is honestly, like, playing this game is fun. It's also making me want to play 4. Because I have not played Dragon Quest 4 in a while, and this game is technically speaking a prequel to 4. I honestly want to play more of the Dragon Quest games because I love the monsters so much. I just haven't gotten around to it. Because there's still a lot I haven't played. Like, I haven't played 6, I haven't played 7, or 9, but I think 9 is like... 9 doesn't really have any... 9 has, like, avatars. So I don't really care so much about that one. But I want to play 6 and 7 because I played Heroes 2, and Heroes 2 has all the characters in it. All the iconic characters. I had played 5 as well, but 5 was like such a long time ago, along with 4. 4 and 5 I played a while ago, but I have played them. Yeah, I'm gonna do more Dragon Quest on the channel. It's just hard with so many other games I have to play. But there will be more Dragon Quest. As we wait for Dragon Quest 12, who knows when that's gonna come out. Aw, season change, changing seasons. The Persona 3 song. I named one of my videos Changing Seasons, and I'm like, no wonder it sounded so familiar. It's because it's a song in Persona 3. I should try to get the Fromage Fray. It's got Bang, and Bang would be really nice to have. A non-elemental spell. I think it's like the only spell I haven't gotten. I've had monsters with Sizz. I've had them with Frizz. I've had them with Crack. I think Bang is like the only physical spell I just haven't had. I've also had Whoosh. So I think it's literally just Bang. Oh no, Zap as well. I haven't had a monster with Zap. Although Zap is normally like a late game spell. Not late game, but it's like mid to late game. Zap is like later than all the others. %. Scouting failed. What do you think happens first, DQ12 or me playing 11? Honestly, with how radio silent they've been on Dragon Quest 12, I believe in you to play Dragon Quest 11 first. And Dragon Quest 11 is a long game. But I believe that you will... Like, there's a chance. I can't say for sure, obviously. But there is a high chance of you playing Dragon Quest 11 before 12. Because of how radio silent 12 has been. That's mostly just to say how radio silent it's been. We have not gotten any gameplay footage or anything. And it was announced like in 2021, I think. Maybe even 2020, to be honest. I cannot remember. It was one of those years. But all we got was a logo. Like, we got the logo like, hey, Dragon Quest 12. It's gonna be a much more mature game, and it's gonna be... Apparently the combat's gonna, like, change or something. I'm not sure if that means it's action, but it probably does. So, like, based on how radio silent they've been on it, like, it's possible you will have finished Dragon Quest 11 by the time that game releases. And Dragon Quest 11 is a long game. Even if you don't do the Act 3 post-game, which some people consider canon, or whatever. Dragon Quest games aren't short. I mean, Dragon Quest games aren't that long on average. 11's kind of an outlier. I think 4 is actually kind of short. 4 was originally an NES game, so like Dragon Quest 4, I played the DS remake. But Dragon Quest 4 isn't that long. Dragon Quest 5 is also not that long. 8 is like average length, like a Tales of playthrough length, kind of, give or take. 11 is actually like an outlier. 11 is actually a lot longer It's like easily the longest game. Dragon Quest games are kind of like average length. Sometimes they're shorter than average. Like 4 and 5 I feel like aren't super long games. I just haven't gotten around to them. That's really what it comes down to. It really has nothing to do with how long they are. Sniff, snip, snob, snob.
Are those explorers I spy? Please, you have to see fit to help me. I'm up to my eyeball in trouble.
You have a choice. You have a choice to play Cold Steel 3, Soul Hackers 2, or 11. Cold Steel 3. I haven't played Cold Steel 3, but obviously part of me would vote for Cold Steel 3 because it's like Trails. And like, you know, once you're in, you know, it's just hard to not keep going. At the same time, I'm like, oh, Dragon Quest 11, great game. What I'm seeing is that 8 is longer than 11 for just the main story. No, I don't think that's true. I think the reason why you're getting that is because Dragon Quest 8 was a PS2 game originally. So it probably took people longer. Dragon Quest 8 is also like a PS2 game that has like less directioning than Dragon Quest 11. So I bet you that it took longer for people to go through Dragon Quest 8 than it did for 11. Just because Dragon Quest 11 is a modern game and it has like good directioning. Not to say Dragon Quest 8 is short by any means. Like, if you know what you're doing in Dragon Quest 8, not getting lost, you could probably finish the main story of Dragon Quest 8 in like 40 hours. 50 hours with the true ending and post-game, but like, I assure you that like, if it's like some ridiculous time, it's probably because it's like, it was originally a PS2 game and like, Dragon Quest 8 actually, like, it doesn't have terrible directioning, but you can get lost pretty easily because the world is so big and everything. Dragon Quest 8 has moments of like, oh, where do you go next? Kind of like Tales of Symphonia. So I bet that's why it's saying it's longer. While Dragon Quest 11, its length is actually just length. Like, it's actually just a long game. But the directioning is, like, good because they tell you where to go and everything, basically. I bet that's the reason. Because I'm pretty sure my Dragon Quest 11, or not Dragon Quest 11, my Dragon Quest 8 playthrough was, like, just above 50 hours when I did it. And also I did the 3DS version, which I think that's, like, it's kind of like an enhanced port. So it's, like, basically the same game, just with 2 new characters.
Who are you? What's the matter? I'm Eileen, but it's my best friend Duffer who's in deep water. He's going to be executed. They say it's because he summoned the unspeakable one. But there's more to this than meets the eye. Please, you have to save Duffer from Raph. He's the big hit around here. Oh, how terrible. So what do you think? You're going to help Eileen, aren't you? I just knew you'd do the right thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of forced to. The whole choice of illusion.
Right. We've decided to go and see Raph and have him set Duffer free. You will? I can't believe it. You'll find him imprisoned due east of here on Hotcake Heap. Understood. Come on, you two. We've no time to waste. Where's Toylan?
I was gonna ask, where is Toylan? I'm glad the game acknowledged it, because I'm also like, I thought Toylan was just not here for not being here, but nah, they acknowledge it.
Come on. Come on. Where are they hiding the good stuff around here?
Dude, I want a donut. I want to go to Dunkin' Donuts right now. This place is making me hungry.
Huh? Oops. Sorry about that. I'm totally on board with whatever you're planning. Fear not. Hey, lay off the accusatory glances. I haven't pinched anything. Honestly. It's always guilty until proven guilty with you, isn't it? No comment, huh? Fine. Be like that.
Right. Now, it's high time we left for Hotcake Heap.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, okay, I see you used How Long to Beat. How Long to Beat is, like, accurate sometimes. You also gotta be careful, though, because, like, I learned, obviously, older games are gonna be, like, longer because, you know, back in the day, people took longer to go through games and stuff. Like Star Ocean 3 is a short game if you know what you're doing, but there's a lot of points in Star Ocean 3 where you can get stuck, for example, so it, like, pads out the length. Like, I have no... I'm not saying Dragon Quest 8 is a short game, but it is, like... It's, like, not longer than 11. I bet you that, like, most of those times are because it was just a game made in 2004 originally. Yeah, 3DS version, though, is better. It has 2 extra characters. The story is, like, exactly the same. It has 2 extra characters. It has a true ending to the game. And, like, a new post-game sequence in general. So the 3DS version is, like, the better version entirely. It also has Level Restore, which is what we were talking about earlier. Dragon Quest 8 is a really good game. I played it back on the PS2, and then for the channel, I did the 3DS version for the first time, and it was, like, an even better game. It's also got, like, one of my favorite waifus in gaming, let alone Dragon Quest. You know? So, I love... As a game, I like Dragon Quest 8, but it does breed 2 of my favorite Dragon Quest characters in Jessica and Angelo. Hi, guys. Okay, yeah, the 3DS version isn't on How Long to Beat. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So that's the PS2 version. Yeah, okay. Attack you. You go for the attack here. Just do whatever. As long as I'm using Zam, it doesn't really matter. I wanna, like, one day I'll probably replay Dragon Quest 8 for the channel because my playthrough's relatively dated. I have other Dragon Quest games I'd rather play first, but maybe I'll play 8 again one day. I think it's been like 3 years. Maybe 4. Nah, 3 years because I started back in like 2020. Like late 2019. And Dragon Quest 8 was not the first thing I did. The first thing I did was Final Fantasy 7, which was like December of 2019. So it had to have been like 3 years. Coming up to 4 maybe, depending when I did it. Dunkin' is awful around here. That sucks. Dunkin' Donuts, like... I mostly get coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, although I haven't been to Dunkin' Donuts in a while. I just prefer Starbucks. But, Dunkin' Donuts is, like, hit or miss. There's some donuts where I'm like, yeah, I like them. Like, I like Boston Cream and I like Chocolate Glazed and sometimes a good old Strawberry Frosted. However, Krispy Kreme is where it's at. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if California, yeah, you said you're in California, Flagon. I don't know if you have a Krispy Kreme near you, but Krispy Kreme is, like, has the best donuts. And I'm in New Jersey. Krispy Kreme's donuts are so good. I mean, I just like donuts, to be honest. What the? Mouse flap. Yeah, I don't really... I just like donuts in general. Like, you can't go wrong. There are definitely donuts better than others, though. Well, like, you give me a donut and I like the flavor, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I will stay on the hill that Krispy Kreme has the best donuts. Dunkin' for me is like normally coffee, but even then I'd rather go to a Starbucks. Bum, 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 bum. Brave Fencer Musashi has 15 hours on the website, but it took me 24 hours to beat because I got lost. Yeah. It's like I see people talking about like Star Ocean 3 is the first one that comes to mind. People are saying like, oh, Star Ocean 3 is like a 60 to 70 hour game for the main story alone. I'm like, nah, dude. You definitely got lost in some... You definitely got stuck on some puzzles if you spend like... For the main story alone, if you spend like 50 to 60 hours, you definitely got lost in some dungeons. 50 to 60 hours is like the post-game included, but just the main story, you absolutely got lost in some dungeons in like Star Ocean 3. Star Ocean 3 is like the longest Star... Well, no, Star Ocean 6 is the longest Star Ocean game, but it's like the second longest Star Ocean game, and it's not all that long, if you know what you're doing. So, you have to be careful... How long to beat is accurate. I think it is accurate, but you also have to be careful if it's like a PS2 era game or an older game, because again, those postings could be from like times when people didn't use guides or got lost or dungeons or something. Game lengths are weird because you have people disagreeing and like people go through games at different rates. So like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, you're gonna get a different answer regardless, so... Which one is 3? None of them are over 45 hours? Oh, really? Interesting. That's interesting. Maybe I'm thinking of some Reddit posts. I definitely have seen people say that Star Ocean 3 is, like, long. But it does have a lot of puzzles in it. Or not necessarily puzzles, but, like, dungeons with gimmicks. That can definitely inflate your time if you don't know what you're doing. Please die. 3 is though... if you want to know specifically though, it is till the end of time, because Star Ocean 3, till the end of time, doesn't have the number 3 in it. The only Star Ocean games that are numbered are 1 and 2. 3 is till the end of time, 4 is Last Hope, 5 is Integrity and Fatelessness, and then 6 is Divine Force. I just call them by their numbers, but they are not numbered. How close am I to Hotcake Heap? Alright, I'm on the way. Bum. I do wonder if we're gonna have to go back to the arenas, or if it's kind of like optional at this point. Like, I wonder how that works, because I know they have other ranks for the Molosseums and Colosseums.
Rose, you don't want to go in there. That's quick, honey.
We have to do something!
Toylin's hair looks so stupid.
Fear not, the great Toylin Trouble is here. Are you ready for snow time?
Isn't Starro gonna be stuck in the ice? How does that work logically?
Amazing! The snowstorm caused the honey to set!
Whip up a snowstorm in a flash, with freezy flakes. Bet you're glad I went to the trouble of stealing it, huh?
That sounds like an off-brand cereal.
You see? You can't deny thievery has its benefits. Not this again. Look, if it wasn't for this stuff, you'd be up to your eyeballs in honey right about now. I can't believe this is still such a black and white issue for you. Why are you so dead against a little light-fingeredness once in a while? What do you say we talk this out?
I'm a silent protagonist. I don't have any words. Sora relates an episode from his childhood. Oh, flashback time. 5 is really short. Yeah, 5 is 21 and a half hours. Oh, the others? Hey, hang on.
Oh, is that bread for me, darling? That's very thoughtful of you. But you must take it back this instant. You stole this bread. My mother knows these things. Listen to me. You are a demi-human, living in a world ruled by mankind. Your every move will be scrutinized far more closely than those around you. You must be a model of good behavior. Never give people an excuse to start trouble.
You're asking a lot of me.
My darling boy, we both know I will not live long enough to see you become a man. I want to know that no son of mine will ever steal. Please, promise me that.